What happens when an army runs out of food? Let's find out. In the winter of 1098, during the First Crusade, an army of starving men captured a Syrian city. But what they did next horrified even their allies and scarred history forever. The Crusaders had been on the road for years. Disease, hunger, and endless fighting had turned them into walking skeletons. When they reached the city of Ma'ara, they saw salvation. Behind the walls were food, supplies, and safety. But there was a problem. The walls wouldn't break. And every day that passed, the Crusaders grew weaker, while corpses, inside and outside the city, piled higher. The siege dragged on. The attackers were starving. They chewed on leather straps. Horses were slaughtered for meat. Hunger gnawed not just at their stomachs, but at their sanity. And then, finally, the walls fell. The Crusaders stormed inside. At first, what happened looked familiar. Chaos, slaughter, the grim business of conquest. But witnesses soon noticed something off. Something far darker was happening in the shadows of the ruined streets. And when word of it spread, it wasn't just their enemies who were horrified. The Crusaders themselves could barely believe what their own men had done, because in Ma'ara, victors weren't feasting on spoils, they were feasting on the dead. Chroniclers describe men roasting human flesh up at open flames, boiling body parts in pots, and even skewering corpses on spits. Some claimed it was desperation, others whispered that it was a weapon of terror meant to break the Muslim resistance. But either way, Ma'ara became a name forever tied to a single haunting image: warriors of God who crossed the line and consumed the flesh of their enemies.